Welcome back to AM Northwest. She's an internationally respected astrologer with fans around the world, and she's here to share what's in store for the coming year. We welcome back the author of Astrology for Real Relationships, Jessica Lanyadoo. Good to have you with us, Jessica.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me back. It's great to see you again.
Great to see you again. You know, I feel like I know what's going to happen this year. I feel like I already do. But
really, what do you think is going to happen?
I think we're just going to have another terrible year. That's what I think.
I think you're right, and I'm sorry to say it, but the astrology of 2022 has some positives to it for sure, but it's definitely got some sticky points, which I feel like you don't need to be an astrologer to project into. Okay,
well, let's start out with how will this year start out, you think?
So this year started out with a Venus retrograde. We're still in the Venus retrograde, and it actually ends with a Mars retrograde. And what this means in practical terms is that this is a year where we are both individually and collectively reevaluating our value system. We're meant to look at what we value, who we value, how we express and embody or act on our values.
Now, that makes sense if you consider how many people have left their jobs and have switched to other jobs, that retired early, that kind of thing.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And even when you think about it in the context of the economy, right? Yeah. Like we have a lot of changes within the economy and cryptocurrencies and all this kind of stuff. And that's going to be a big theme throughout the year. And I think also, you know, COVID has changed relationships.
Yeah.
A lot of like the political discord has changed relationships. So that's going to continue throughout 2022.
Oh, gee. Okay, so what are some of, when you think about social unrest too that happened last year, how do you see things unfolding this year?
Well, the truth of the matter is in 2020, we entered into this period and it was really it's been ramping up for 2022. 2022 through 2024, we're going through something called the Pluto return of the United States. This is the first time the United States has gone through this transit. And there's a ton of things I could say about it. I've talked about it at length on my podcast, Ghost of a Podcast, but the essential thing about this transit, it is a test of our democracy. And so there's a lot of things that can happen in regards to that, but we are certainly going to be questioning our democracy. And I think there's a lot of things that can come of that. And, you know, the positive potential is that we create systemic changes that make our society more sustainable and just. And the risk is that we have a lot of social unrest and it goes in the opposite direction.
Is there anything that's surprising you that you think about this coming year?
Well, you know, surprising an astrologer is kind of a tricky enterprise because we're always looking to the future. Yeah. But, you know, Jupiter is in the zodiac sign of Pisces, and we're going to have in April of 2022 a Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in the sign of Pisces, that which has not happened since 1856, right?
Wow.
So, yeah, which was, you know, kind of an important time. It was right before the Civil War. But when I look at the astrology of this period, there's a great deal of potential for us as individuals and a collective to come together and make real advances, humanitarian advances, scientific advances, artistic advances. And there's also a risk that we go in the opposite direction. So this is one of those times where it really does come down to us as individuals and a collective, how we are going to, you know, participate in the system that we live in. And, you know, I think part of what that's going to look like is making sure that we don't lose our energy on distractions and other things that kind of like just drain us. And I think that's really hard to do in such a digital world, but here we are. Right.
Can astrology predict if families will get back together? Because, you know, the last 2 years, families have been separated by politics and then COVID. And I can cite so many personal examples now of friends we don't speak to anymore, family members we don't speak to anymore because of COVID and politics.
Yeah. And the answer is I don't expect that to be better in 2022.
Yeah.
We have a Saturn-Uranus square that was active throughout 2021, and it's a transit that's really destabilizing. It makes it so that you don't know what's real and what's not real. For instance, with something like COVID-19, which is, never happened before, we don't know what variants are going to emerge and the best ways to treat them and all that kind of stuff. And then there's humans just doing what humans do. And so there's a lot of things going on in 2022, because that same transit, Saturn square to Uranus, is going to continue throughout the year until December of 2022, that I expect we're going to see a continuation of this. And what remains to be seen is, will families, will communities double down on their position, or will we just finally say, like, okay, let's find a way of understanding each other? And unfortunately, this transit and this struggle, it's a lot of things, but one big part of what it is a psychological crisis, because we're all dealing with mental health struggles that we've never dealt with as society before.
Right, absolutely.
So a lot of it has to do with how we rise to the occasion and, and what our real goals are.
Yeah.
So again, it's back to values.
Yeah, there you go. We want to tell our viewers the book again is titled Astrology for Real Relationships. Jessica, thank you so much. Always great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You bet.
Have a good day.